Hi everyone, my name is Martin. I have, I'm really happy that Matthew has set up these rooms. Uh, he's asked me, and it's true, he's asked me to publicize it or put it up on and invite others, which I'll actually do. But I wanted to introduce myself first, um, be, mainly because there is another idea that I have, and that is I'm actually going to start doing some Facebook Live um, posts, which will have a focus actually on mental health. So very generally mental health issues, but for particularly for gay men. If you look at my page, I've written quite a bit about my own experience, and there's stories, and they're all true. They're about how I'm writing a book, and the first chapter is basically about how I was sexually assaulted in a club because I took too many. I took too many drugs. That happened when I was about 20. Let's see, and there's another one where I did my first slam with David Messiah, was his name, which I didn't explain what that was, but maybe if I do a Facebook Live, I might actually explain what that was about. I don't know. Um, let's see, and yeah, I've covered quite a few topics so far. The running theme in all of it is actually that um, I really feel that there is a lot of stuff in the community that I've noticed, since for a long time actually, that aren't really talked about. And I think mental health issues, and I know a lot of people advocate for it, but I'm really, I don't know to what extent people put themselves out there in terms of advocating for it in the sense of really telling all the things the really embarrassing things, the things that you don't want anyone to know, the things that you know that you even find really difficult to face yourself. Um, I was one of those people for 50 years. I did that. I was hiding in the shadows. Actually, it's really interesting. Like I have my name up there now and my picture, but up until I was known as Booze Hag, and had no picture, or I had a picture of like a Vogue cover. I had a picture of a Vogue cover there for about for 12 years, and it was like that up until November 6th or something, is when I finally opened it up. That's when everything changed for me, and that's when my healing actually began. And am I fully healed? No one is ever fully healed, but I've come a long way, and to the point where I'm really happy to share all of the things that have happened to me. I'm sort of used to talking about it a bit now, but I was really mortified there for a really long time. There are still a couple of things I haven't spoken about, and I might actually. I was thinking about it. I thought, well, when I do this Facebook Live thing, I've got to, yeah, I've got to be, I've got to put my money where my mouth is. I can talk the talk, can I walk the walk? And to me, that means there is one last thing that I have sort of hinted at. If you follow my page, I've hinted about what, this big secret that I have. And most people would have thought I've revealed them all. My meth addiction, my what else? Unprotected sex that I was having in the 90s, when way before PrEP, while AIDS was still, this was just out of the 80s actually. I think most people would have thought that was confessional enough, but that's not the case. It's actually a bit more. It's even worse. I shouldn't laugh at you. I find it. I can't help but laugh at my own life. It's kind of I'm in a position now where I can. Let's put it that way. And I'd rather laugh than cry. And there might be a bit of that too. So basically, this is nothing more than an introduction to who I am. If you're curious, have a look at my page. All the stuff I've written is all in the pin section of my page, and including this whole series on George Michael, which is an interesting one. But that's not really about. Well, actually, I'm wondering if that might be about mental health. Who knows? But basically, my aim here is to simply really be very open and transparent with myself, and hope that people might get something out of that. My fear my theory or my fear about what I think about the community is that um, there's a lot of effort that's made towards putting up a facade, right? Um, and maintaining the facade. And I really feel like that's something that I want to address. I, I think too much effort is put into, keeping up with the Joneses, making sure that you appear strong, stuff like that. And I think that, I think people are getting better at being vulnerable, but I think there's a lot more that can be done. And I think it's really healthy, actually. So that's what I'm about. And hopefully, stay tuned because there'll be more. Right, that's all.